It's a tower of granite with meaning for you. In the Mellow Mountain Radio Newsroom, I'm Chris Davis.
Walk on, walk on.
The 17-foot granite piece that I elected to use was to symbolize the smoke of a firefighter.
Deborah Fellows, the artist who created the Granite Mountain Hot Shots Memorial, dedicated Sunday in front of 1,000 people to the firefighters who lost their lives 11 years ago, says it's a spot for you to be able to reflect.
I wanted to create an area that was a healing spot, something that's a little bit spiritual when you walk up to it and you think of the loved ones or those that have passed on.
A wildfire in a backyard spread to a house in Cornville Saturday evening. Photos from the Verde Valley Fire District show what appears to be a total loss. The fire was Saturday around...
Just release the video. Don't say no more. Release the video.
But Leland City fathers say there are no videos from the early morning police chase from March 21st in which 17-year-old Kadarius Smith was killed.
We understand that there is a dash cam video that shows us exactly what happened.
His mother says there were tire tracks on his back from the police cruiser. How your state senators voted on Medicaid expansion.
We need to do the right thing by our brothers and sisters in this state and provide access to health care.
That's State Senator Derek Simmons of Greenville trying to change the Senate Medicaid expansion bill to be less strict about who would qualify.
These are working Mississippians. These are mothers. These are women of childbearing age.
His amendment failed, but the bill to expand Medicaid with a 30-hour per week work requirement for people who make about $15,000 or less per year passed. Now, if you're traveling to see family this Easter weekend, the state gas average is down a penny to $3.04, says Gas Buddy. It's well below that at several stations in Carthage that have it for $2.97.
Swinging strike three. It's dropped. The Whipples have to throw down, and they get him. And that will end the inning. And is it in the game? It does indeed end the game.
Breck on the call there with a shutout win for the Kosciuszko Whippets last night, beating the Louisville Wildcats in Louisville. That's their second time beating Louisville this week. Their record is now 10-6, and you can see that baseball game at breezynews.com and read about some new Holmes Community College football coaches, too, in advance of J.D. Vance. In the big radio newsroom, I'm Chris Davis. Everybody complains about the weather is the old saying, but not this week. You've got a sunny Sunday with a high at 81, tonight clear and 57. Almost every day is the same this week. Sunny Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the highs each day are just under 80 degrees.
As Republicans, we don't think the government should do everything, but the things that it needs to do, it has to do well, and public safety is at the very top of the list.
Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance will be back in Wisconsin this week. This time it will be Tuesday in a press conference at the Kenosha County Courthouse. The Kenosha County Sheriff will be there, and they will talk about crime. The Harris-Walz campaign has already released a statement calling the Trump-Vance financial plan an inflation bomb. Both Harris and Trump see the Wisconsin vote as crucial to winning in November. A man was shot to death in Freeport Saturday evening. Police say they got the call just before 6 o'clock and found a 23-year-old man dead in a bedroom on Mark Drive, which is just south of Highway 20 on the northwest side of the city. Police say the man had been shot, and they are asking for any info you might have that could help with the investigation. On a drive around the most devastated areas of town, just a few new houses are being built.
You know, a lot of people moved. A lot of people just felt like they had to move. They didn't have a home anymore.
Meg Cooper is executive director of Mississippi's Lower Delta Partnership.
They didn't want to go through the rebuilding process and all that entails, and I don't blame them at all.
There's still no city hall, no fire station or police department, and no clear plans to rebuild them. Instead, city business is being done in a compound of portable office buildings on the courthouse lot.
So for the unit to respond to Neshoba General advised they had a male subject come in that's been shot in the neck.
It went down late Friday night and early Saturday morning in the Beacon Street area near the Burger King.
29-year-old male subject thinks he may have been shot in the back of the head.
Officers were out on foot in the area, and this guy was firing shots at cars passing by with us there, and also firing shots at the officers.
People didn't know where the shots were coming from at first. but they originated behind a house on Alford Street and from a rifle belonging to a stranger in town.
Not familiar with this guy. I don't think anybody is familiar with him, from what I understand.
Police Chief Eric Lyons says when Jonathan Salvador, who gave a Mexico address, was arrested, they collected 30 or so shell casings from the spot where they believe he did most of the shooting.
And these things are kind of hard to pinpoint, especially standing back in the darkness and taking shots at somebody and you don't know where these shots are coming from.
Salvador's shooting was indiscriminate. He did his shooting, then went inside the house where he lived with several other guys, and that's where they found him. So he was just staying there with a bunch of guys, maybe that didn't even know him.
From what we understand, that seems to be the case. We're working with other agencies to help try to get an idea of exactly who exactly this guy is, if that's his real name. This is just information that was given by him.
Lyons says their investigation uncovered that Salvador had tried buying an AR-15, but the gun dealer there in Philly denied him that purchase.
But they did deny him access in reference to purchasing that AR, which of course we're thankful for, and dodged a bullet, I think, on him actually owning another weapon that he could use on us.
I'm Chris Davis.